The Treasury is seeking to raise the debt ceiling amidst a hard economic time to 12 trillion shillings. KTN News business reporter Noah Kipkemboy joins us from the streets of Nairobi. He will engage young people on their thoughts over public debt. Noah, good afternoon. Over to you.
Well, good afternoon to you, Michelle. Still the conversation on matters public debt. How exactly is that affecting the young people, especially in this country? Because this conversation, oftentimes, we don't get young people into it. And today, right here on Archives, actually it's a beautiful place, very busy. We want to source for opinions of youngsters, what they think about the government thinking to raise that debt ceiling from 9 trillion shillings to 12 trillion shillings. At the same time, a raft of taxation measures that have impacted, the nation at the end of the day. So there's a young man right there, pretty active. But sir, let me just come to you. What is your name?
My name is Godfrey Otiende.
Okay.
Yeah.
Godfrey, the issue of the government planning to borrow more for in this next financial year, what do you think about that?
Actually, the issue of public debt, or rather the national debt, there's no problem with the government borrowing. The government actually borrows for them to balance their currency, their interest rates, and other risks. But on the other hand, you will find that there is an effect on the growth and on the economy of the country in the long run. Yeah.
Okay. And we've seen that revenues have dwindled. Now, Treasury has to rethink on the way to raise more revenue. That is through KRA. We have seen a raft of taxation measures coming into play. The return to the pre-COVID tax regime. At the same time, also, we are having new taxes being introduced, the digital service tax, taxing people online. What are your thoughts on this?
Actually, what the government needs to do is to engage youth more. Employment is what is needed to this youth, because nowadays youth have now grown. They have now become parents. They need to get much into this economy. They have to come out. They have to do much more for them to actually feed their family and do much more so that they can improve in their life. You see, the government needs youth, and we also need them. So we need each other. But because of these things that we call neglection, used to have been neglected so much. Things are now vice versa. The corona itself has taken much from us, and we can see the government has tried, and it is really trying their best. I need to be motivated. Yes. I need to be encouraged. I need to save, but I don't have something to save. Yeah. How can you say what you don't have?
That's true.
Yeah.
So is raised pertinent issues on matters youth employment right there, but the issue also of accountability, which is very important. And Michelle, I've also met a friend here who keeps on moving around. Unaitwa nani?
My name is James.
Okay, put on your mask first of all so that we put corona at bay. Thank you very much, James. Weka vaa mask vizuri. Thank you very much. James, what do you think about government planning to borrow more?
That is not good.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are not going to school. We are in the street here. This is not the issue, so that we want to make our value, to make our future. We want to go to school and learn so that we can make a good future. That's all.
All right. Thank you very much, James. That was very good of you. Yeah, so that is a young man also saying, talking about the future. And this discussion is about the present and the future. What does this portend in terms of raising our national debt? How does that impact the future? And also in the spirit of gender balance, I have to speak to a very powerful lady right here. What's your name?
My name is Becky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Becky, tell me about the issue of national debt. Government planning to borrow more. What is your take on this?
My take is that they should not keep on borrowing, since they are borrowing and they are not accountable for the money. So it doesn't make sense. You're borrowing and the money is not being used properly. So it's better they don't borrow it. Yeah, if they cannot do anything with it. So they should keep off from the borrowing. Yeah.
But looking at the globe at large, there's no country that does not borrow. So borrowing is a very critical element of every economy. There's always that budget deficit. So you are saying they shouldn't borrow at all?
Yeah, because as long as they borrow and they are not doing what's supposed to be done, it's not going to work. Because you keep on paying for what you don't see where it's going. As long as they can borrow and do something, it's making sense, but we know they cannot do it. The money goes to other people's pockets, so it's not helping the common mwananchi.
Now, 5 days into the new year and 20 people have succumbed to COVID-19 here in the country. This comes at a time